What's going on, America? Crazy, angry black guy again, trying to come through with a message. Oh, let's not leave out lonely. The crazy, angry, lonely black guy. Trying to reach out. Just like I said, man, I'm still on the mission. I'm back on it here in 2021 after probably about a 9 to 10 month hiatus. Just been going through some things, you know, just like I said, man, I'm still just a little upset with the political climate, how people just kind of refuse everything nowadays. We can't get on the same page, and until we get on the same page, we can't turn the page. So something got my attention yesterday about the climate. I just wanted to go over it real quick, so just bear with me, man. I mean, the Lord put this mission to bring solar to the nation on my heart in 2004. It's still 2021. Seems like we still haven't got off the ground, man, because of all the misinformation and everything going on. But we'll still keep hope. As long as you got the Lord, man, there's always a way. So let's get to this documentary real quick. It's not a documentary, it's actually just a little news article.
To the next, just months after wildfires marched across the drought-stricken West, what experts call a bomb cyclone has brought historic and damaging rains to California. The wild weather swing, a dramatic and deadly illustration of climate change at its most severe.
Bomb cyclone, man. Do you realize we've had 4 of these this year?
Poured through communities, areas burned by recent wildfires at particular risk. It's all a part of a triple weather threat gripping the country this evening. Parts of Illinois and Missouri already pounded by deadly tornadoes. And millions living in the Northeast right now bracing for a nor'easter expected to bring high winds and flooding. Steve Patterson
that nor'easter's hitting right now.
Tonight, the West blasted by the destructive power of a bomb cyclone. A swift and massive drop in air pressure combined with an influx of extratropical moisture, causing a deluge of rain and high wind. 8 million under flood and wind alerts, tens of thousands still without power. Forecasters calling it the single strongest storm to ever hit the West Coast.
Individuals
the strongest storm in West Coast history.
Just outside Seattle, tragedy. 2 people killed by a fallen tree.
Wow.
In Northern California, historic rainfall. Residents racing to keep water out of their home. The storm pounding the region, a result of climate change driving extreme weather more frequently with the globe's warming climate.
A week ago, we were saying
climate change.
Water, and here we are a week later going, too much water.
The storm upending trucks, toppling trees into homes, and forcing evacuations, burn scars, now pathways for dangerous debris.
And this is the reason why this storm system has been so dangerous inside of these burn scars.
That's on Route 70 in California.
Left behind from the Dixie Fire, and you can see this massive rock slide coming down, cutting off access to a major highway here in Northern California.
Meanwhile, tornadoes flattening homes across Illinois and Missouri as another powerful storm system turns across the country.
Can't open the lid off the house.
35 million now under flood alerts across the Northeast. Residents bracing for heavy rain and high winds. While the recovery out west is just getting started.
Steve, are these mudslides going to be a lingering threat?
Well, Lester, essentially anytime you have a burn scar, you have the potential for a dangerous debris flow. And with the fires that we've had recently in California, those scars are all over the state. So with the potential for more rain in the forecast, this is far from over. Lester?
Steve Patterson in California tonight. Thanks. We're getting a...
Just like they're saying, man, coast-to-coast storms, wildfires out of control, tornadoes in the Midwest, South, Southwest, Northeast. I mean, just the weather is just impacting everybody right now. I don't see why it's so hard to get just things done in this realm. I mean, we're trying to pass Biden's his package right now, and of course they wanted to cut everything. You couldn't agree on everything, so they decided to cut. What is the first thing they decided to cut? Climate change initiatives, man. I mean, can we not get it? I mean, we've got to put climate change at the top of the list and not keep dropping it down and taking it off the list altogether. I mean, come on, people, man. If we can't preserve this world, man, how are we going to survive? It's already impacting millions of people, from heat waves to drought to everything. It can't be this hard, people. So, just like we're saying, man, we have in areas of the United States all tore up from the Northwest. Of course, to Louisiana area, the Gulf Coast, it's all messed up. It's all messed up in the Northeast too. One thing that has always got me, whenever we have these tragic events, they always say, well, hey, we're going to have powers without weeks and possibly months. This little simple device here, you know, fits on the back of a pickup. It's got solar panels on it. It's actually got a battery bank, a 100-gallon diesel fuel tank, regulators and such, and actually has 120 and 240 volt outlets. So immediately when you have a tragic event like this, instead of being without power for weeks and months, you can literally pull this up to your site. Now this ain't gonna power your whole home, but of course, man, if you can plug your refrigerator in it, maybe some kind of cooling source like a portable air conditioner, fans, maybe even a TV so you can watch DVDs or something like that, just something so you won't be completely without power. The same day, people, we can literally pull this up to the place and you can have this device providing power immediately. Of course, it's called a solar hybrid generator. And here's actually the same generator with light towers on it. So literally, I mean, if your place is in that bad a shape, and you need to work through the night or to have a crew work, you know, just try to rebuild what you have left. You can literally pull this on site, have light instantaneously. You know, just like I'm saying, if the sun is not out to hit the panels to recharge the battery, you have the 100-gallon diesel fuel backup to charge those batteries. So you're never without a power source in this unit. So just like I'm saying, you can bring this to your site that's got messed up. If you need to do work as far as cleanup, as far as rebuilding, as far as anything, you can have lights with this unit. As well as without the lights, you can have a unit that just has a receptacle that you can plug into for instant power for your air conditioner, for your refrigerator, for media devices, for everything, man. So I don't understand. I truly don't understand why we still think that we had to be without power for weeks or even months. One crazy setback about this unit, actually this was built by DC Solar out in California. If you haven't heard the DC Solar story yet, it definitely is a doozy. Of course, they oversold, you know, how many places they could take this to and how many disaster areas they could, you know, be able to affect, and misstated it, and it turned into a Ponzi scheme. So a Ponzi scheme took down DC Solar, which built these units. So right now, while they're in litigation, and they've been in litigation for over a year now, you can have one of those units at the place of the disaster. There's literally thousands of these units sitting around the country, just gathering dust. And that's why at one point I wanted to literally go to a black billionaire, say Oprah or Tyler Perry or Jay-Z and Beyonce or Ice Cube or anyone of that nature, you know, to be able to say, hey, there's all these units out here. Why can't we buy them and be able to serve the most affected communities during one of these weather-related disasters? And of course, the last community to be addressed is the black community. So why can't we get to the point where we can have these units, you know, whenever there's a disaster, be able to provide immediate power, be able to provide immediate lighting, and use this resource that is here. Oh, man, just on to the next, man. Just like I said, man, angry black man, I can't understand why we let all these things continue to pass us by. We have the abilities. You know, one thing about Solar, I didn't create it to be, you know, an opposition to the white forces, so to speak. I just want black people to be able to see their highest potential. I want black people to be able to say, hey, you know, if white America is not accepting this, and they haven't, it's always been held down by government bureaucrats. It's being held down more by utility companies, man, because utility companies know this can take power out of their hands. People can have their own power and make utilities companies obsolete. I don't see why we cannot just take advantage of this. It's something like, you know, like in football. The renewable energy football has been fumbled. You know, white America is still saying, well, hey, should we pick it up, man? Should we take advantage of it? Can we score with this? You know, what do we need to do? Oh, no, we need to invest in nuclear. We need to invest more in natural gas. Now natural gas prices are so high, we can't even afford it. Inflation is out the roof. We have a glut on the East Coast where there's 100 container ships sitting out there that can't even be unloaded. Man, we're dropping the ball in so many places. Now back to the football. Like I said, why can't black America pick that football up and be able to run a touchdown? We could train the black community in solar. We can train the black community in solar technology and make us more self-sufficient instead of sitting back and complaining about where's the help. We can help ourselves. We have black money to do this. And it should be a no-brainer that we would want to do this. I just recently read an article about Young Thug. I guess he's trying to start a solar community named Slimeville down around the Atlanta area and asked Elon Musk for help. Now, don't get me wrong, Elon Musk has done some good things. But literally, Solar City, the fastest growing solar company in America, was run by his cousin, Lyndon Reeve. And actually, it was a bad business model. They had good product sales because they was able to get all the Walmarts to go solar, and proliferated solar around the nation like you wouldn't believe, man. Solar City was everywhere, and they had a stranglehold on the market. They just had a bad business model to where they did not get a profit. They could not get a profit because they gave away so much solar they could never catch up. Now, Lyndon Reeve knew that, and he asked his cousin, Elon Musk, to come in and help Solar City out. So what Elon Musk did, he came in, bought Solar City, and basically put it in his back pocket. Man, Elon Musk don't care about solar. Elon Musk cares about going to space and developing his electric cars. which ain't bad because, you know, I have an electric car plan myself. So, Young Thug, hey, man, I can fix your, I can build your solar town, Slimeville. I can build it with black money and black intelligence. So I'm going to wrap up here, man. I know my videos have been going kind of long. I try to keep them around 10 minutes long because of Facebook and all the algorithms that we're going through right now. Man, there's just not no attention. There's no attention span for people anymore. We jump from subject to subject to subject to subject that further rots us and continues us going down rabbit holes, man. When can we get out of this? Or will we get out of this? I don't know. I mean, I still have optimism because I'm a man of faith and I believe in God. But man, we got to up our attention span. We got to up our effort. We got to up our understanding. We got to up our education. Or we're doomed, folks. I mean, we got to do better. We've got to do better. Which leads me to some things on the board here. These are just some of the things going on right now. It really doesn't affect the message, so to speak. But it's definitely hurting our progress. What have we always said no to? So right now we're saying no to masks. We're saying no to vaccines. I still wear my mask even though I'm double vaccinated. You know, we say no to climate action. Just like I said, man, we have climate action on Biden's agenda and we're trying to get this budget passed. They figured out they can't go with the whole $3.5 trillion, so they had to cut somewhere. What's the first thing they want to cut? Climate action, man. Are you kidding me? Climate action. That should be at the top of the list. That should be at the top of my list too. Sorry about that. But of course, we have no masks, no vaccine, no climate action, and here's a big thing, no political reform. Because we're still sitting here with Republicans trying to believe the big lie and keep us from moving forward, man. They still trying to say Trump is president. Oh, man, this is the only good orange thing out there. Maybe Broncos too. But if we refuse to reform politically and stay divided and stay at each other's throats, no future for our kids, man. There's no future for our kids. And unfortunately, our children are seeing that. I mean, minor, juvenile, whatever you call it, under 18 suicides are at the highest level ever recorded. And it's because they sit up and see us adults not doing the right thing, not having the right idea, and not trying to progress in the right direction. American adults, actually adults around the world, people, we've got to get better than this. The signs of climate change are here daily, and we've got to take action on this. So like I said, man, I'm trying to keep these videos just a little shorter. So we've said no to all of this, you know, no to the future for our kids. Our kids are knowing that, man. Why do you think they're going into schools and shooting up the classrooms and doing all this crazy mess, man? Because they see what adults are doing, man. They're led by adult actions. Adults have it confused right now. We need to up it, people. We need to up it. We need to up the education. We need to up our understanding. We need to stand up for our kids and for our kids' futures. So a couple things we can say yes to is climate education and action. We need to educate people on this. That's why we're in a position, man. We still have so much denial, and it's right in front of our eyes, man. You just seen the special, man. I mean, we're having coast-to-coast storms. Not a storm in one area, a storm across the entire United States. It dumped 10 inches, 12 inches of precipitation, rain and snow out here, and even over here, it's dumped 6 inches. 6 to 8 inches, man. So that means it didn't lose that much power coming across the United States. I know some of the action out here is coming up from the Atlantic, but still, just to fire up over here, to move all the way across the United States, wreak havoc in the middle of the United States, and still move and join with another system to create a nor'easter over here. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's just a little too much for the angry black man. So yes to climate, education, and action. Electric vehicle ideals and proliferation. The electric vehicle thing is a very good idea. But with everybody quitting their jobs and everything that's going on right now, man, who the hell is going to be able to afford an electric vehicle? Just like with my ego. This will be the all-electric rental car company. So you don't have to buy the car. You can rent the car. We'll have Nissan Leafs, Toyota Priuses, you know, hey, Tesla models, Ford Mustangs, probably even trucks, because they're building all electrical vehicles right now. But we can't even afford them just yet, people. Ego will allow you to rent that vehicle and take it back to the rental company. Of course, we need the EV infrastructure. There's already Walmarts all over the United States that have electric charging stations. And just like my original idea was, I mean, I wanted to start out small. I'm not trying to be greedy like everybody else. I just wanted to start one along the I-75 corridor and the I-95 corridor, to where we can have like a rest area, like a rest stop right now. We can have electrical charging stations every 300 miles from Maine down to Florida, from Michigan down to Florida, every 300 miles. So, of course, we'll have food and entertainment at this rest area, because, you know, you probably have to charge for over an hour or so. You can get you something to eat, watch you some TV, use the restroom, or whatever you have to do. Just like I'm saying, just like roadside rest areas right now, we can have these charging station areas in conjunction with Ego, all-electric rental car company. So that's on the EV ideas and proliferation. Number 3, ending political division, man. If we keep going further and further and further and further apart on our ideas and our function, we're going to fail, man. We're going to fail. We need to come together, people. We need good ideas. We need people to back these ideas and just move forward. Just move forward. No, we'll get rid of that. Mass vaccines, climate action, political reform, no future for our kids. We've got to say yes to climate education and action. We've got to say yes to electric vehicle ideas and proliferation. And we got to say yes to ending political division. It's just that simple. If we can do that, that equals hope for the people. If we can get out of the no syndrome, which creates no future for our kids and no ideas for a future for our kids, and get into a yes cycle, we can provide hope for the people. I'm going to wrap up now, because just like I said, I'm trying to keep my videos short. I thank you for watching this video. Just like I said, I've been doing this for 16 years, going on 17 now. I'm doing it differently. All my videos, man, I don't have no scripts. I don't write anything down to something to follow. I get up here in front of the camera and it's from the heart. So if I make a mistake, it's all well and good, man, because this ain't scripted. This ain't no ploy against y'all, man. This is just ideas from one man that if I had just a little backing, my ideas can work. Just like I'm saying, they're not conventional ideas, so I can't go to the government for help. There's no programs out there right now that's going to help me, no NSA, no anything. There's nothing to address anything that I'm trying to do. But if I get big money, hopefully black donors, Man, we can build solar schools across our nation and provide a solar workforce for when our residents go solar, from where our businesses go solar, and from where landowners can be their own small utility scale plants and provide them income for 25 years. So, and just like I said about Ego, all electric rental car company, man, direct competition to Hertz, Avis, National, Dollar, all of them. You can only get an electric car from us. So just like I'm saying, as we move along, people can't afford electric cars, but we can rent them. This is the solution. So thank you for your time today. I got the collars on. Make no mistake. Who day, baby? And we'll catch you out in the field at a couple of arrays that I built personally and show you how easy it is. Man, it's not rocket science, man. We still got this idea that is so expensive and black people just can't do it. Man, it's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. All we need to do is get past that, thinking it's too expensive. Actually, the prices have come down 80% within the last 5 years. 80% with the last 5 years, and now it's on parallel with oil, coal, and gas. Sorry, Mr. Manchin and West Virginia. You better get up off of that and allow the change to take place. So solar.